The purpose of marriage is for two people coming to become one. And for two people to become one, there has to be compromise. And if you read the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 3, it says, can two work together except they do what? They agree. In other words, there has to be an agreement before two people can do what? Work together. And most of you have been into business or have been into contract will understand that every agreement must have a written code, or call it written codes. There has to be something to be agreed upon. And this is where what we're going to be talking about today comes handy. We all, at one time or the other, got married. And some of us here will be married again, if you've been married before. And those who have not been married before will eventually get married. When you get married, you will realize that marriage is a serious business. Very serious. And most people prepare for wedding more than they prepare for what? For marriage. And we try to let people know that when you want to fall in love, first try to go on with your head first. And when the head realizes that the ground is comfortable, the heart will do what? Follow. But if you go with your heart, the tendency that the ground may be very hard. And a broken heart is also a broken mind. This is where trauma comes in. And then one of our teachings, we're going to be talking about trauma, marital trauma, family trauma, healing, bring about deliverance, bring about transformation. And that's why we believe that every marriage is redeemable. But it's important to prevent the crisis, because they say prevention is better than what? It's better than cure. So we are into redeeming marriages. We are into preventing crisis before it even starts. So it's not funny to have to go through marital crisis. Not funny at all. So it's better to prevent it. And one of the ways of preventing marital crisis is by ensuring that you sit down and draft a contract with whoever you're getting married to. Some people might think it is carnal, it is worldly, it is not cool, but it is important. Because once you get married, suddenly you realize that this is a serious business. And if both of you didn't agree on some certain terms, those things you ignored will rear their ugly heads up. And when that happens and you're not prepared for it, that's when you begin to ask yourself whether you married the right person or not. You got to ask questions. My wife and I, we met over 23 years ago, and before we even got married, we had to ask questions. I remember one of the questions I asked my wife was, if you were given $1 million, what will you do with it? And it was a funny question. But she answered right. She said, I will build orphanages. And for me, that was cool. I had asked another lady that same question. She said she will build the biggest supermarket in the city. So you now begin to see purpose here. You understand what I mean? And most people may think, but what's that all about? It is important you marry somebody who has similar purpose or corroborating purpose or complementary what? Purpose. Very important. Some people ignore that. So imagine me marrying somebody who wants to build supermarkets. How on earth would that person go through the rigors of church planting and all the stress we've gone through? I would have been unmarried by now. Are you paying attention? So you got to be very, 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 very careful. Very, very careful. So this is why we do this. This is why every year we try to deal with one issue or the other with respect to marriage. All right, so we're going to go on with the presentation we have today. It's going to be very fast. We're going to have it in 3 sessions. And after that, we're going to have an interactive session where we ask questions and then we'll answer. Wife and the two of them shall become what? One flesh, which is an amazing description by Jesus. The question most people ask is, how can two people become one flesh? This is the mystery This is why you can have a failed business, you can have a failed career, and you'll still be okay. But when you have a failed marriage, it's going to take a toll on you emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Are you paying attention? Because you are not just cutting off from just an ordinary agreement or an ordinary arrangement. Your entire being is being severed. There is an incision, there is a surgery, and it's painful. It takes miracle to get you back to normalcy. This is why we tell people, be very serious, be very, very conscientious about marriage. All right, now